Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our first Eagles postgame show of the season. We beat the Atlanta Falcons 32-6 in Atlanta, the first time since 2009. Before the game, I predicted this team to go 4-13. And today, they made Atlanta look like the shittiest team in the league. Not only that, they scored 32 points with a new system, new coach, practically a new quarterback, on the road in a place we haven't won since 2009. I couldn't be more happy with this team performance today, and I couldn't be happier with Jalen Hurts today. Was he great? I'm not going to say he was great, but he did what he was supposed to do, didn't turn the ball over, and managed the game with perfection. And you know what? I'm going to give a little props to him. I'm going to open one up for him. There we go. A little fizzy. Hard seltzer. This isn't a sponsorship. I like this stuff. It's in the Lake Financial Field, which I may or may not go to next year. Next week. But hard-fought game. You know, we have a great test against the 49ers next week. They completely destroyed the Detroit Lions. But this week, I'm going to let your boys – I'm going to let you guys talk because, you know, I have a lot to say, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. So, you know what, guys? Great win today. How you guys doing?
Go ahead,
Zach,
Tom.
take it, Zach.
Okay, I'll take it.
You want me to go?
No, I got it. Overreaction Sunday. Since you're not going to say Jalen played great, guess what I'm going to say? Jalen played fucking great. And the reason that I'm going to say that is because he did whatever it took to win a game. He ran the ball effectively. He passed the ball effectively. Was there some plays that he missed down the field in the passing game? Absolutely. But that's going to come with every young quarterback. So other than that, I thought he did exactly what needed to be done, and Kyle said that much. But I'm going to say that he looked great. He did. For at least 1 week, he looked like a franchise quarterback. Now, what is it going to be moving forward? We'll see. But for at least 1 week, we're going to say he looked great and looked like a franchise quarterback. Go ahead, Zom.
I mean, listen, I can't say I'm overjoyed because I did predict us to win. I felt it for the last 2 weeks. I just said, you know, I was looking at Atlanta Falcons, and I just said, you know, our offensive line is better. Overall, we just didn't know what Jalen Hurts was going to bring. We didn't know what Nick Sirianni was going to bring. You know, the first quarter, let's just say, first of all, it was a sloppy football game on both sides. You know, it's game one, understandable, no preseason game, basically. But, I mean, overall, I liked what I saw. I know we'll probably go in depth about things, but at the end of the day, I'm very happy we got the next 3-4 games is very tough. And you had to get this win. So I'm just glad that we started the season 1-0, and I was very impressed with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I was actually more impressed with how Miles Sanders played today. You know, I've been dogging on Miles Sanders for maybe the last couple of years, but he was really resilient today in his pass game. You know, I think he had over, almost 30 yards receiving. And I thought his runs were pretty spectacular. Plus, Gainwell, it looks like we found a gem in him as well. Also, my boy at the end of the game, Rager, baby. But, you know, overall, you know, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. It was a great team win. We kicked the dog shit out of Atlanta. But it is the Atlanta Falcons. My buddy who's an Atlanta Falcons fan said it's probably one of the worst teams he's ever seen. And Matt Ryan looks like he's done. Like, he threw an intentional ground into the ground. Like, he just gave up. He just literally threw it into the ground. It was like the dumbest play ever. Yeah, twice. I've never seen anything like it, especially out of Matt Ryan, an MVP. So, I mean, you know, Kyle Pitts didn't show up. Gage was non-existent. In the beginning, Ridley looked like he was going to go off. Then he fell apart. It looked like our adjustments from Gannon, it was nothing short of spectacular. So I was very impressed with our defense today after the first half. And, you know, I have nothing negative to say about today's game. It was flawless. It was awesome. And we go against a team in the San Francisco 49ers next week. Obviously, we're going to have our preview with that. But that team looked really good. If we could beat the San Francisco 49ers or even stay with them, maybe I'll be a little bit more convinced that we could contend this year. But it's week one. I came into the season predicting us to win 4 games. And, you know, I'm not going to step up that high just yet because of that. But, you know, bad teams, I'm going to tell you guys, bad teams don't win 32-6. They don't. And that's something I saw today. So, the first game, I got nothing bad to say.
I mean, the Texans won big. They're a bad team.
I projected. I thought the Texans were going to beat the Jags. The Jags were favored for literally no reason. It was like
Because of Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence had a great touchdown today. There was that one pass where he looked phenomenal, but the Jaguars are horrible. And Tyrod Taylor looked vintage. Yeah, so
Tyrod Taylor.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I thought we looked great today, guys, and there's nothing else that I could really dog on because, obviously I'm Mr. Negative. Obviously I want this team to succeed at all levels. We won a Super Bowl, and it's tough to top a Super Bowl performance, especially when you get rid of Carson Wentz, who looked absolutely hideous today. And I love every second of that because, the one fear of mine is that when he leaves the Philadelphia Eagles, he's going to do great things. And today he didn't look that good. He was sacked 3 times, gave up a fumble, and he was hit 8 other times, which means the offensive line didn't play for him, which possibly means that maybe they don't like him either because before that, their offensive line was actually pretty good. So, right now I'm actually feeling okay as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I thought it was going to be one of those down seasons, and right now I'm feeling pretty okay.
Well, I mean, listen, go.
But Zomba, I want to ask you a question. After week 1, what was your bright spot of this team, or multiple bright spots of this team that you could see going down the road, especially against the tough schedule that we have, that maybe that could keep us in games and possibly win us these games, especially when we have this tough stretch coming up?
100%. How is it not the offensive line, defensive line? I mean, offensive line, listen, it was a sloppy game. Don't get me wrong. It was a very sloppy game. A lot of stupid penalties. Seumalo, I thought he played well, but he did have dumb penalties. Lane Johnson had dumb penalties. Listen, I know it's really good to win big, and it was flawless. And I know because you're saying that because in your mind you really thought, okay, this team is legit bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. You didn't expect, like you said, maybe if the Eagles win, it'll be like 20-17 or some kind of close game. Listen, I saw, and I don't want to bash nobody because it's a win. But Nick Sirianni, though, to me, after game 1, it's his first head coaching game. That's why I don't want to bash him. He's Italian. He's a half Paisan like me. Listen, I don't think he coached a very good game. And I'll tell you, and I don't think he coached a very good game. And the reason why I say this is because I think it's Jalen Hurts' first game as a legit starter, after OTAs and training camp. I thought the offensive play style was just very vanilla to me. He used his wide receivers in the best position that he could use them in. We saw a lot of JJ Whiteside. We didn't see much of Rager until maybe like the third, fourth quarter. I don't like the aggressive play calling that he had. He should have kicked the field goal when it was 15-6, I believe. He should have taken the field goal, go up 12. Instead, we go for it. Horrendous play call, giving it to Gainwell. Should have been Miles Sanders. Just a lot of similarities like Doug Peterson. Like towards the end of the game, we have the game won. But why not be a little aggressive? Why are you always killing the clock? Like in NFL, you don't know it. There was still 6.5 minutes left. It looked like, all right, he was content with it. Let's just run the ball, and that's it. It was just very vanilla. But anyway, at the end of the day, you look at the score. We beat the shit out of them. I understand that, and it's their first game that he coached. I thought Jalen Hurts, he was very good. Was he excellent? No. I thought he saw his first read wasn't there, and then he just made plays on his feet like we know he was going to do. But as long as this offensive line plays the way they did in the second, third, and fourth quarter, the sky's the limit for the offense.
Yeah, and I'll say this about Jalen Hurts. As much as I've dogged on Jalen Hurts, and I don't naturally think that he's going to be the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles going down the road, I saw something out of Jalen Hurts that I didn't see out of Carson Wentz the last 2 years, and that was looking past his first read. And the thing with Jalen Hurts is, he actually looked like a gamer. He wanted to perform. He wanted to take it over, and that's something I've been missing watching as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So. I have not, like I said before, I have nothing bad to say. The guy showed up, he balled out. But really, when it comes to the game ball, I got to go with the defense. Like, I really do, because, I know that Matt Ryan sucked today. Mike Davis was balling out at the beginning of the game. It's like, who the fuck is Mike Davis? Let's be real. But to go down to Atlanta for the first time since 2009 and hold them to 6 points with a former MVP at quarterback, you got to give the ball to the defense. The defense balled out today, guys.
I agree with you. I was coming ready to rip this defense to shreds, but they made some adjustments at halftime. They did great. I think at one point there was 16 plays ran by the Atlanta Falcons for 56 yards. They absolutely dominated on the defensive side of the ball, and it started up front with the trenches because they no longer were creating just pressure. They were getting after the quarterback. They were getting after the ball carrier, and they did a great job. And, whatever adjustments were made in the halftime, I hope they continue to do that and continue to make adjustments and play a game within the game because that's what we know it's all about. Not just a game plan, but adjusting your game plan mid-game.
Yep, exactly.
If you
And
if
it's
you
like
see
we're
if
gonna
you see if you
no talk.
no, I was saying if you see the score, a lot of people would say the defense. To me, in my opinion, I thought it was the offensive line. I thought the offensive line made a lot of holes for Miles Sanders and Gainwell. I thought they blocked well. And this is after the first quarter, and I mean, I give it to the offensive line. That's just me. The defense, to me,
Offensive
I
line
mean,
was
you're going
good.
up against Calvin. You're playing. Okay, you're playing Kyle Pitts. He is a rookie, but you're playing Kyle Pitts. You're playing Matt Ryan, who I always thought was just a average quarterback at best because he always had Julio Jones, and now he was exposed today. Calvin Ridley's a stud, but after that we doubled him, and he did nothing all game long. But I just got to see like against a real good quarterback like Dallas. Dallas with all these wide receivers, that's going to be the real test. And San Francisco's got a lot of stuff, the tight end, the run back. Listen, I just think that this defense, the score shows less than what it really was. We started getting pressure towards the end of the game because the game was over. The referees were on us all day today. All these holding penalties, we hit somebody, they hit us out of bounds, they call it. The referees really helped us. So I'm going to hold judgment on the defense. I didn't like totally what I saw on the defense. I definitely liked it towards the third, fourth quarter when we started getting pressure. I just think we play a little bit too much zone. I wanted to see a little involved. Matt Ryan is slow as molasses. And I think we just heavily rely on our front four. And sometimes, it's just too much, in my opinion.
Now, Zomp, let me ask you a question. My friends downstairs just literally screamed that the Giants should score.
No, they threw a bomb to Darius Slayton.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, they're acting like it's World War II down there. So, but all I know is the Philadelphia Eagles are at the top of the division because the Washington football team lost, and the Giants should lose today. But you never know because the NFL is wacky. Especially
It's
with what I
tragic.
saw from some. Yeah, it's crazy. But someone said Danny said Zomp is right about Sirianni, suspect play calling at times. Yeah, I agree. And this is something I was calling out about Sirianni. I don't know much about the guy, but today it's like I actually like the play where they decided to go for it on 4th and 2 and not kick the field goal. That's where I'm going to disagree with Zomp because in your first start, you're trying to work out the kinks. Your first coaching start, you're trying to work out the kinks. You want to see what works and what doesn't work. And I just feel like that was an opportunity to see what worked there since the Atlanta Falcons were doing practically nothing the whole game up to that point. And you knew that they weren't going to drive down your throat. So I saw it. It didn't work. Maybe he'll adjust it for next time against a better team. And, I had no problem with what he did there personally. So I don't know what Zach thinks about that whole situation. But Zach, to me, I just feel like, he doesn't have much negative to say, nor do I. So
I just thought maybe a little too much Doug Peterson inside of him, or maybe it's just the analytics department that we know how much Howie loves whatever the hell that one kid's name is, his son's best friend. Maybe that's where these 4th and 2, 4th and 4 play calling's coming from, the
Yep.
analytics department, because if you play the numbers more often than not, it's going to lead to points and lead to an extra victory here or an extra couple of points here. And I think maybe we gave Doug Peterson a little too much credit for those 4th down calls, and maybe it was more the analytics that was pushed through, because I think this is a team that still has front office issues, and it trickles down to the field. But for at least one game, they played great.
Yeah, that's true. And
The thing with Sirianni, I don't want to like I said, I don't want to bash him. I know I'm hard like Zomp. We blew them out. It is the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, I don't want to talk about them like the Detroit Lions. But Nick Sirianni, though, whether you're a rookie head coach or not, I'm a guy who watches football just like everybody else. You got to kick the field goal. I'm sorry, you're up 15-6. You're on the road. It wasn't flawless at the time. Kick the field goal, make it 18-6, go up fucking 12 points, and call it a day. Now, if they score on that drive, it's what? 15-15. Like, come on. Like, just kick the field goal. Don't make it hard for yourself. That's all. Otherwise, I'm content with it. And I like the way he uses his wide receivers. An issue that I have, though, is the kickoff return team. I don't know why Quez Watkins, if he's that valuable on offense, why are we using him? Jalen Rager on punts, okay, he did it in college, fine. But put Gainwell at kickoffs or something. Quez Watkins, if he goes down, we're screwed at wide receiver.
yeah, was there anyone that surprised you on the field today other than pretty much Jalen Hurts?
I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't surprise me. I expected him to play well, but I expected him to play well. Any surprises? No, everybody played.
Really.
The offensive line, we knew the offensive line is all healthy. I expected them to play well. Jalen Hurts, we didn't know. I don't think he's a bum like you do. So I wasn't surprised by him. I mean, I liked Rager, I bashed him all game long. He scored a touchdown in garbage time, but you saw the jolt of speed that he has. And I hope he continues to show off that speed. But to me, it's like he caught, 2 passes, 3 passes, took one to the house for a touchdown. But it's like during the punt return, he looked very slow. He looks like he has no jolt. Now all of a sudden he had a jolt. So, I mean, I need Jay on the field so much. Rager, a first-round talent on the bench. I mean, I don't know what Sirianni's doing. I trust him until proven. But I would like to see a little bit more of Jalen Rager on offense, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're pulling out Jalen Rager, whether it's for rotation or if they don't trust him. I don't really understand it. But the fact of the matter is, the guy, whether it was garbage time or not, the guy scored a touchdown on the field in an NFL game today. So you have to play him more. Obviously, Devonta Smith, I loved what I saw from him. He kind of went away at the end of the game, but that's whatever. It's kind of there's adjustments that happen in the NFL. But Devonta Smith, he's a natural. He's going to be great for us. But Dallas Goedert, I'm going to talk about Dallas Goedert for a little bit because Dallas Goedert looks like he's going to be here to stay for us. We have to lock him up on a contract because I feel like he's going to be our next big tight end for this franchise, not only for this season but for this franchise. This guy looks poised. He looks like a natural, and he looks like someone that's like more of a Brent Selleck type of tight end, other than what Zach Ertz brought. Not much blocking, more of a wide receiver at tight end, and you need someone like Dallas Goedert because tight ends are hard to come by. And that's one guy I was kind of surprised with because last year, Dallas Goedert, he was this guy that everyone hyped up, but I didn't really see what everyone was hyping him up to be. But today, he showed me flashes of someone that could really carry this team to victory one day. I mean, it's just something I see. I feel like this is a guy that they need to lock up. I truly do.
Zach?
But
Now I'm just patiently waiting my turn. I thought one of the most underrated stories that we haven't talked about at all is the fact that with Jalen Hurts' legs opened up a lot of holes for the run game because you had to account for Jalen Hurts being able to take off. I also thought that was one of the negative things that this team really didn't get to gel because they didn't have time together in the preseason. One of the negative effects was you saw Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey really blocking down the field in what was expected to be, a quick shovel pass or a take off and run kind of play. And we got caught with our pants down with our offensive linemen a couple of yards down the field when they shouldn't have been. But that's just going to come with time. But other than that, I think an underrated story is definitely how well Miles Sanders will continue to play throughout the season for the simple fact of having a mobile quarterback like Jalen Hurts back there.
yeah, no. I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one game.
I definitely like the RPOs. I think it opens up the offense. Regarding Dallas Goedert, listen, I'm not a Goddard guy. I don't think that he stinks by any means. It's just that I'm not going to pay top dollar for Dallas Goedert. I mean, besides that one
Come on.
catch that he had
Why?
in the end zone that was very good, I'm trying to explain it.
Dude,
So
yeah, but
Dallas got.
tight ends are hard to come by though. Like you can't just like pick up a tight end off the street and expect them to be your starter. Like you need a tight end that you could solidify in that role for the next 5 years. To me, that's Dallas Goedert. Like who else are you gonna find? Are you gonna keep drafting tight ends to bring in naturally to fit in a rotation? No, you want that guy for the next 5 to 6 years that you could call your piece. And he's that piece, dude. Like he is. I don't know what you see, but
I mean, I listen. Like I said, do I think he's a good player? Yes. Am I going to pay top dollar for him? No. I don't think he overtakes games. He's a good blocker, but I don't think he overtakes games. He made a great catch today, helped out Jalen Hurts, great catch. But at the end of the day, there's not teams out there that are saying, all right, we're playing against Dallas Goedert. It's not like they're talking about George Kittle or they're talking about Travis Kelce or they're talking about Hockenson or they're talking about Waller. They're talking about Dallas Goedert. I'm not paying top dollar for him. Ertz is definitely gone after this year unless a miracle happens. I think he's gone. He got hurt already. But I'm not paying Dallas Goedert top dollar. If they do, they do. I'm not going to be totally against it. I'm not saying Dallas Goedert's a bum. I just feel that he doesn't overtake games. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know his stats. He didn't have the yards today. What do you have? A touchdown and what? 60 yards? 70 yards? I don't know. But
I think it was 66.
I don't think tight ends, I mean, listen, Jackson, who went down, if he didn't get hurt, he has the potential. You can always find a tight end. I even like Rick Rodgers, and I know Zach would agree with me on that. I just don't feel that we have to overpay for a tight end unless you're a fucking stud, in my opinion.
Yeah, or you want to run 2 tight end sets. But
Zach Ertz is gone, though, I think.
How do I feel about Hurts? I already said I feel like today was a small sample size. I thought he did what it took to win. He managed the game well. Do I particularly want a game manager running my team consistently for 17 games? No. I want someone that can take the game over, but he did well enough to win today against a really crappy Atlanta Falcons team, and he had no flaws. So I'll give him credit today. I want to see more of him. And next week is a pretty quick test because we face a team that literally just lit up the Detroit Lions. Yes, the Detroit Lions on the road, but they scored a shit ton of points. Their defense is amazing. And it's a team that's not going to go away anytime soon. And they're not injured. And that is no team to fuck with. And they're going to come into our house as a favorite. So that is a team that if we beat or stay close to, it'll tell me a little bit more about Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to crown Jalen Hurts right now. He had a good game today. I want to see this guy go up against a perennial powerhouse, which is the 49ers. So I want all these people that are coming into my mentions saying, what do you think about Hurts now? I don't think much of him still. I thought he did what it took to win the football game, what he's expected to do. I'm not going to crown somebody just because we beat a really shitty team on the road. I'm not going to do that. I want to see this guy be consistent, like I said in my preview video. If this guy could be consistent, we don't have to spend our assets next year to try to find a quarterback. It's that fucking simple. Put that through your head. I want consistency.
Yeah, but listen, let's not make this about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and you, Kyle, let's not talk about this. You stood up to your ground. You said, listen, I'm going to give Hurts the credit. Credit to you. There's no reason to bash him. There's no reason for people to come bash you. Atlanta Falcons are not the Detroit Lions, though. The Atlanta Falcons.
They might be worse. They might be worse.
Okay, but you talk highly about the 49ers. Do you know that the 49ers gave up 31 points? They gave up 31. They gave up 31 points. That defense that you're talking about.
They let up. They let up on the gas. They let up on the gas.
Okay.
They let up on the gas, and they had a lot of injuries in the secondary.
Yep.
Who? The San Francisco had injuries?
Yeah.
Yeah, throughout the game.
Well, that's good for us, number one. But number two, listen, take it with a grain of salt. We beat the team. We're a better team. And it is definitely a huge test next week. I think we're going to go in with confidence. We're at home. It's our home opener. I'm not scared of Trey Lance at all. I'm not scared of Garoppolo at all. I'm scared of that defense. But we shall see.
All right, put your money where your mouth is. Come to the game with us.
No. You could give me a free ticket. You could give me a free ticket and a Bud Light front row, and I would stay my ass home.
All right, well, how about this? We'll tell our fans right here, right now. How about this? One game that we may consider going to because my buddy's a fan. We should all consider going to the Jets game. It's just a thought. It's
I'll go to the Jet game. I'm going already.
Yeah, let's all go to the Jet game and let's have a fun time because you never know where we're going to be at that point in the season, but maybe that'll be a win now. Who knows? But that's a game where we could all get together finally and you know,
Tua's the GOAT.
yep, exactly. Someone said it's going to be a close game with the 49ers.
What do you
Hey,
do?
we'll see. You know, um,
If you
but I
told me right
just
now the 49ers are going to beat us 34-30, I'll take it right now, to be honest with you.
me
Because then
too.
we could compete then. My opinion.
Me,
My opinion.
yeah, exactly. But other than that,
That,
you know,
that New York Giant defense looking good, baby.
what's the score?
0-0.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, do us a favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content today. It was a great win for the Philadelphia Eagles, 32-6.
Only 1 week. Only 1
It's
week.
only 1 week. Take it baby steps, little by little. We don't want to jump the gun, and we're gonna go into next week against the powerhouse like the 49ers. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this, like I said. And I'm going to let my boys get back to watching football. It's about a half hour. We do like 25 minutes to like 45 minutes, depending on how much we could talk about in one day. But this was a great show. I hope you guys had a good time. And I'm going to let Zomp bash the shit out of the Giants and, clog up my group chat. So with that said, guys, we're out of here. Zomp, lead it away.
1-0 on to Lincoln Financial Field next week. Fuck the 49ers.
All right. Peace, guys. Go Birds. We're out.